Hello, viewers. Welcome to another interesting edition of the Changing Voices Show. I am your host, Toye Wariboko. In today's edition, we have a wonderful, energetic, and a global sportsman here in the studio today. He is the DFC Africa president. He is also the president of the Mixed Martial Arts Federation. He is the World Karate Champion and, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a recognized Nigerian staff awarded ambassador to Thailand. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on set, Ambassador Henry George. Welcome on set, Ambassador Henry George. How do you feel?
I'm very well. I'm okay. Thank you very much for having me.
Lovely, lovely. We're glad to actually have you. You know, it's been a while. We've been trying to get in touch with you so that we can have you come tell us about you. You have a lot of amazing things that you have been doing and achieving for our country, Nigeria. Tell us about you so that our viewers can get to know you very well.
Okay. I am Ambassador Henry George. I'm from River State, Port Harcourt. I'm a martial artist and a mixed martial artist. I am a 5th degree black belt in karate and also the international representative World Martial Arts Council. I'm a technical committee member, Kickboxing Federation of Nigeria. The CEO of Nigerian Masonry Mixed Martial Arts Entertainment Limited. Then the DFC African president. I'm also the international representative World Muay Thai Organization. We're in charge of Muay Thai title event in Africa. I'm 8-time national karate champion.
Wow.
And a world karate champion.
Oh, wow.
2015, I won a world championship title in Thailand, in Bangkok. Also, I was given staff of recognition by Nigerian High Commission as Sports Ambassador. I've done quite a lot. Also a national Kung Fu champion, which won a gold in the National Sports Festival, which is the Nigerian Olympics. Okay. And in karate, also I've won medals in the Nigerian Olympics. That's talking about the National Sports Festival. Yes.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
Thank
and
you.
I'm sure the list goes on. If we allow you, you will keep reeling them out.
I can't remember some, you know, but I think I would have done quite. And also I'm the founder of mixed martial art in Nigeria. We started mixed martial art to help our fighters, you know, go to that global stage. Yes.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. Now, there must have been a reason. What prompted you to get into martial arts? How did you get into it? Tell us.
Okay, many people go into martial art for different reasons. Some go for health benefit, for self-defense, and so on and so forth. But I started martial arts at a very tender age. I think around 11 years. Ooh. Then my father enrolled me just for me to, as a young growing boy, kind of a bit strong, and he said, "Oh, I need my son to go into martial art." So the intention then was for self-defense. Okay. You know, for self-defense. So I started martial art for self-defense. But as we were going, later, when I met an Asian champion, a white guy, and he now asked how many medals have you won, because he saw how good I was at the art then. So he actually graded me 1st degree black belt. So he asked me to go into championship. I'm a champion. I should be going to championship. So I actually took my first step then. That was how I embraced sporting karate then.
Okay. You said you were a Rivers man.
Yeah.
But have you competed for Rivers State before?
Yes, I've competed severally for River State. Also, like National Sports Festival, you can't enroll as an individual to the games, so you must come through a state. Yes. So, and going to also national championships, you must also represent a state. So I've represented River State, and also I also got I was also called to represent Bayelsa State. Oh. In sports, you can That's where I come from. You can go to other states too.
Oh, you have the liberty to
Yeah.
represent other states. You're not restricted to your state of origin.
No. So I want so many medals too for Bayelsa State.
Wow.
Which yes, the National Sports Festival and other medals. Yes.
So what medals did you win for Bayelsa State? Because we're feeling jealous here already.
Like I said, I'm multiple time national karate champion. So I've won national championship for River State and many also for Bayelsa State. Now talking about gold medals.
Oh, wonderful.
Many of most of my events, I won gold medals.
Oh, lovely. But then I ask, why martial arts? Why should people get involved? Because it's about fighting. And when we as kids growing up, they tell you, don't fight in school, don't do this. And now people are making a kill or winning medals out of fighting and beating their fellow human beings. Why martial arts?
Well,
why should people get into it?
Wow. You see, the biggest misconception about martial arts is that it's about violence, and fighting. No, but martial art transcends fighting. You see, martial art has a lot to do, like talking about sports. You see, martial art is the only sport that lays that lays little emphasis on. It's about character development. Martial art, when you practice martial arts, you see that there's one thing that is common, talking about respect, humility, self-control. So these are life-winning skills. So when you have this, you'll be able to, build yourself as a human, having a good life. So it's more than just fighting. But life itself is about fighting. Yeah. Every day we fight for the love of our family, we fight for our job, we fight for our state, we fight for democracy, we fight for so many other reasons. So life is about fight. So martial art, talking about the self-defense aspect, is good for one to be able to defend, oneself. Fighting is something that is natural, and when you're pressured, you see that you react. Yeah. But having a good knowledge is just like you going, you're flying, and maybe if anything happens and you're with your parents, happy that you have won.
Yes.
So
it's like an added advantage.
Yes,
a backup.
It's a good one. I encourage people to do martial art. It's good.
Wow, lovely. And then from your intro, you mentioned that you are the president of the Mixed Martial Arts Federation.
Yes.
And we've been talking martial arts. What is the difference between martial arts and mixed martial arts?
Okay, martial arts is a system of fighting where you learn how to use your body. You now exposed to different parts. Why, you have some part of your body as they are not just ordinary parts. They are used to defend yourself. Talking about the elbows, the knees, your head, and your arms. You learn how to use them. You learn how to condition yourself to be able to use them when the need arises. Now we have different systems of martial art, different types of martial art. We have karate, we have taekwondo, we have judo, as many, as Kokushinkai, to mention but few. But now when you talk about mixed martial art is like just a sport, a game. Karate is a sport. It's a game. Taekwondo is a game. Apart from the self-defense aspect, like it's a scoring sport. But mixed martial art is also a scoring sport. But they take there are kind of all this art, karate, some techniques from karate, some techniques from judo, some techniques from aikido, jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and all that. So forming a scoring system. So that is mixed martial art.
Oh wow. You have conquered Nigeria. No, you have ruled Nigeria in martial arts. And then you went on to conquer the world in Thailand at the World Championship. How did you feel about that? And what inspired you? What spurred you into getting, victory at the World Championship? And how did you feel?
Wow. As a program athlete, my dream, or the dream of any athlete, is to go global, to go to that, to go to World Championship and all that, and having, gone to Nigerian, like I said, Nigerian Olympic, which is the national sports festival, which is the highest medal in Nigeria. Yeah. So I inspired to, go further to compete and with other champions from the rest of the world. So it has been my dream. It has been my, more especially going to Thailand. So when the opportunity came, the World Championship in Thailand, I was like, because growing up as a young athlete, as a martial artist, Thailand, Asia is the home of martial arts.
Oh,
And
yes.
Thailand, we have watched so much about Thailand in movies, Van Damme, going to Thailand and all that. So, it has been my dream, going to World Championship. So when I got there already, Nigerians we are gifted when you talk about combat. We are really gifted. Just that we have not had that, a kind of program that will really usher, the athletes to be real champions. And having opportunity to go to championship, exposure, and all that. So when I got there and having trained for long, being a Nigerian champion, I really, asked to win that championship. So, and by the grace of God, and I won it.
Okay, Ambassador George.
Thank you.
How did you feel after winning and then the Nigerian anthem? You were on the podium and the Nigerian anthem was played live. The reason I'm asking is because, especially in the Asian region, Thailand, a lot of the news that comes from that region is about how Nigerians have been caught with drugs, how Nigerians are about to be sentenced to life, how Nigerians are to be sentenced to death. Very few positive stories come out of the media from the Asian region. And then you went there, brought glory to Nigeria, and our national anthem, the symbol of pride, played out there loud for the world to hear. How did you feel?
Well, it's pretty amazing. I never knew how serious the drug issue, then till I got to Thailand, just from the airport, I was embarrassed.
Wow.
Just getting to show the Nigerian passport, I was asked to, go to one side and they conducted a very serious search of me. So why do that? They were asking what I'm coming to do in Thailand. So I told them I was for the World Championship, but luckily they saw my belt. They saw the belt. We call it.
Okay.
I know the Asians. Martial arts is an Asian culture, so they know. So when they saw it, they were like, "Oh, true. This guy is." Because seeing the kind of belt, they know it's a master's belt. Okay. So like I said, martial arts is something that has to do with character development. They know much about integrity, discipline. So immediately they saw that, they now apologized and they bowed. So that was when I knew it was really serious. I'm talking about more than 10 minutes. So I knew it was really serious. So after winning the World Championship and the national anthem played, so the Nigerian High Commission was they were surprised to hear the national anthem. So immediately the ambassador sent a envoy to the venue to see me, that I should come to see the ambassador. He said so many things about how Nigerians and many Nigerians in prison, and whenever they hear news is about one Nigeria is caught in one drug or one crime and all that.
So
that
sad.
Having to hear Nigerian national anthem in Thailand, that is a big deal, and it was really amazing. So they said, no, that I can't go like this, that they have to recognize. So it was really, World Championship is not just a mere game. The whole country knows that an event is happening. So it's huge, it's big. So having Nigerian flag up there as a gold medalist, it was really amazing.
Pride and glory.
Pride and glory.
For our country, Nigeria. By Ambassador George. Thank you. Now, we are aware that you are the president, the African president of DFC. What does DFC stand for? What does it mean?
Okay, Mixed Martial Arts has gained mainstream audience around the world with billions and huge followership. Yes, and you see, we celebrate so much of our fighters who has done well outside Nigeria. Talking about Israel Adesanya, Kamaru Usman, and that of Cameroon Ngannou. Yes. So but we have so much talent here in Africa. So DFC Africa, the full meaning of DFC Africa is Dynamite Fighting Championship. Okay. Dynamite Fighting Championship is the African Nigerian brand of UFC, like the Ultimate Fighting Championship, which is the UFC. So we DFC Africa, we are a mixed martial art organization that we lay emphasis, we are more about our homegrown heroes. When I mean our homegrown heroes, we want to, unearth most of these champions that nobody have heard of. There's huge talent here in Africa.
Wow.
And what they lack is platform. With my experience growing up as an athlete, I went through the grassroots of training, martial art, and as a sportsman. One of the challenges we had was, availability of platform to showcase your talent, and we never had that. We only wait for national sports festival or national championship, which comes once in a while. But you see these guys outside Nigeria, you see one man having a professional bout of 60, 100 and something. So they fight always. They fight almost every weekend. So they are very, they are very experienced talking about combat fighting on that mat. So we don't have we don't have that kind of promotion in Nigeria. So DFC Africa, we are, a martial arts organization promoting homegrown heroes. And also our platform, what makes us different from other promotion is that being a martial artist, a core martial artist, and a lifetime practitioner, I lay emphasis, we are not after the best punchers, we are not after the best kickers, we are after those who possess the true and authentic spirit of martial arts. Talking about integrity, respect, humility, indomitable warrior's might. So these are what we are promoting. We promote those. We don't want to see a fighter because he knows how to fight and maybe he beats women, he has bad character. No, we are using our platform to promote the true essence of martial arts.
I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you to tell us about your upcoming fight event, the Return of the Heroes, DFC 7. The Return of the Heroes. But we're just going to hold it there.
Okay.
Because in your last statement, you said you don't want to have champions who beat women and all that. We know that in our society today, women are very vulnerable. And a lot of rape cases come up as a result of the fact that women are weak and can't defend themselves. What do you think? How do you think martial arts can help women? And how can women get involved in this sports?
Martial arts is the biggest platform to unleash human potential. Talking about even women, you see, like I said, martial art transcends just fighting. You see, martial arts for women, in fact, the main essence of why we have martial art, why they invented martial art, is for the weak to be able to overcome the strong. You see, so the women, they see, like you can say, they are the weaker vessels. But you see, martial arts, you don't need so much energy. You don't need power to have yourself, to perform those self-defense. So martial arts has so much to help a girl child or a woman as the case may be. Now, you see, it's not just fighting. Martial arts, for you to be able to defend yourself as a woman that will teach in martial arts, you need to know intention assessment skill.
Okay.
You need to see someone to know what actually you're able to read his mind. You also need to know how to create boundary creation, how to create boundary. It can be psychological or it can be physical. There's difference between leave me, if a woman says leave me, and stop. There's a difference between stop and stop.
Yes.
One is a request, one is a command. These are the things you teach. Then you'll be able to, these are boundaries you create, psychological boundary. Then when they cross this boundary, you're sure this guy is actually coming to her. Let's say in case of rape, then you now go to the next stage, which is enforcement. Enforcement is where you now apply those things, those minor tricks on how to work out from a grip, on how to work out from a choke, or how to apply or even strike. So martial art is very important for women.
So you recommend women should get involved in the sport?
100%.
Wow, lovely, lovely, lovely. So back to what I was going to ask you, DFC 7, the Return of the Heroes.
Yeah.
I understand it's a fight that is scheduled to hold sometime in December.
Yes.
And then on Boxing Day precisely.
Yes.
What are we going to expect? What is the need for the public? What is the need for the people? Tell us about it.
It's going to be massive.
Wow.
In fact, it's going to be real war. Because
war.
when I mean war,
Wow.
because we're going to have a rematch. Return of the Heroes, like we said, is a rematch. And, like DFC, these are heroes. Like I said, we are we are laying emphasis on our homegrown heroes.
Okay.
You know, our athletes, our champions. You know, we are grooming them to take over the. In fact, I'm telling you that DFC Africa is going to debut the next world champion in this
Wow.
martial arts. Yes. So because we are going deep to grassroots to discover those talents, you know, putting them on that platform, you know, also nurturing them, you know. So the Return of the Hero DFC 7 is going to be massive. It's happening on Boxing Day, and you know, in this part of the world, Boxing Day, sometimes people look for where to go to. Even they think of, can we see boxing? Even if Boxing Day is not just about boxing, it's about gifts and all that. But people want to see boxing, so we are bringing that down to our region. So DFC 7, Return of the Heroes, is happening on 26th December, and we're having a huge and exciting lineup. Exciting lineup. These guys are hungry to fight, because to them it's not just fighting. To them, they want to go to the next level. They want to go to the global stage. So this is like a qualifier. This fight means so much for them. So they are coming all out. It's going to be explosive. It's going to be fireworks. It's going to be amazing. I can tell you.
I can't wait. We can't wait. And then another exciting thing, you said the DFC is also introducing the amateur wing.
Yes.
Tell us about the amateur wing, because we know that that's for those who are not well established.
Yes. Like DFC Africa, we have the global approach.
Yeah.
You know, it's very important, and based on our experience, this DFC 7, this is our 7th edition. So we have huge talents here in this part of the world, and these fighters, they are really ready. Many of them want to fight, but we want them to really understand the rules. We want them to understand, create that ability that you'll be able to fight in front of a large crowd, and also want to give them that, a kind of nurturing them from the amateur level before they go to professional. So we are launching this to give the young ones. There are people that have never fought before, because mixed martial arts has to do with people coming from different fighting background, from judo, maybe karatekas, maybe boxer, maybe kickboxer. You know, you've not done grappling before. But mixed martial arts, you're going there to fight. There'll be ground fighting, that's grappling. So you see, it's a new order. So we want to create a room where they'll be very comfortable without having that fear of being intimidated by professional fighters. So they now grow at their own pace. Now we begin to rank them and now select them. After the ranking, we'll be able now to put them on a bigger stage, which is the DFC itself. That's our mega events. So it's like this growing from
like a feeder thing to the main structure.
To the mainstream, so that they will come out very strong, understanding the rule, well conditioned, knowing everything about what the sports entails. So it's a good one, and we are really committed to this.
Wow. Wow. You seem to have set up a structure that in the nearest future will set the country on a pedestal that will bring several awards and accolades to us. I'm seeing my own congratulations in advance, because I know it will surely come.
Thank you.
However, we are aware that you are an international representative of the World Martial Arts Council. Yeah. You are also an international representative, Miss Martial Arts Fighting Championship. Yeah. I'm calling 2 internationals now. And an international referee, kickboxing. How has all these international recognitions, membership, and affiliations helped our local fighters here? What have you used that? How have you used that to help our local fighters here?
Yeah, very well. You see, it's important. It's very good that you ask those questions, because if you want to lead, you need to know the road first.
Beautiful.
You know, and this title or this recognition is as a result of accumulated efforts in the sports. Like I said, I grew from the grassroots as a practitioner for self-defense, then an athlete, then to this level. So there's so many things which we have seen as cause of my growth, which we're trying to, like what I just said about the amateur program we are working on. You know, all these are designed to make sure that we have a perfect system. Okay. Now, this international organization like the World Martial Arts Council, this is where you see the masters from different arts different fighting background in the world, the masters. This is where they assemble and carry out and strategize, and policies are made to govern the sports, to take the sports to the next level. And now you see kickboxing is in the Olympics, so more sports are going to Olympics from the world of martial arts. So these are the body that are in control. So the International Mixed Martial Arts Organization, the International Mixed Martial Arts Federation, that is IMAF, is the world governing body of the Mixed Martial Arts Organization in the world. Now, it's important because this is the global, that's the highest level. And being a member means that you understand the rules. So people are not just training, they're not just fighting, they are fighting with the rules. They are fighting with the understanding of the what everyone is doing. Like IMAF have a global syllabus, and that's what we're using. So a local guy in Bayelsa or a local guy in Kano is working with that international syllabus. So there's this same level. So this is what we're doing. So the international organization, like you talked about kickboxing. Yes, I am an international kickboxing grade B in world. I've officiated in African Championship, also in the World Championship, which is the highest level. Oh, yes, wow. Which is the highest level of any sport.
You have reached the top, the pinnacle.
Yeah. So you see, so in course of mixing up and seeing this, I'm able to meet the best fighters in the world, the best coaches in the world, the best promoters in the world. So I ask them the formulas and what is needed to grow this particular sport. So that is exactly what DFC is translating. That is what we are doing, even as a federation, the Nigerian Mixed Martial Arts Federation. So we have that global approach because of our exposure.
How do you get support? How do you manage to coordinate all these things? Are you in any way affiliated with the government? Is there anybody, any organization that supports you? Because setting up programs, discovering talents, pushing them to the global stage requires a lot. It requires funding. How do you get funded?
Yeah, this is what we're doing, and you see, martial arts is just has taken a new dimension, like before. But like you said, getting to this level, one needs support, and
Yes.
that is what is lacking in this part of the world. People pay less attention to sports. Only when it comes to the Olympics, you see, you want to win like 10 Olympics, but this thing has to go. There should be a planning, identification, identify these talents, also nurturing them, not just training them, exposing them to international championships, exposing them to the rules and order. They have that confidence. Then when they go out, they do very well. Not just when we want to go to the Olympics and all that. Yeah, it has been really, that is one of our challenge. That's personally one of the challenges I encountered. But through friends, talk to friends, seeing that you're doing well in this sports. Okay, we're going to sports, so family members, and also I want to thank and also use this opportunity to encourage the local government and the state government. The state government, they're trying their best, but the local government also, because these guys are from local government.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you. I want to use this opportunity to thank the Obiakpo Local Government Council. During the time of Timothy Nsurim, one man that lost ball. And also he grew up to the level of becoming a judo president.
Oh, really?
Yes, because he has this passion for sport. You see, so he sponsored one of my trips to Europe, as a council. And that gained Nigeria, I told you I'm a world grade B.
Yes.
So that gained Nigeria grade B. In Africa, we're just 3 then in Africa. So you see, just through the local government. So the local government has a lot to do, because even fighting crime, you need to engage these guys. You need to sport is a vital tool. You see, that's why even the DFC, we are using sports as an advocacy tool to pull the youth out of the street. And of recent, we got partnership with the Nigerian police through their wing, Pokako. That's the police campaign against drugs and crime and all that. It's a wing of police created by the IG, to combat crime in a different way. Going to the grassroots, engaging the youth through stakeholders. Stakeholders like what we're doing, and all that. So it's a good one that the police have also identified this and also identified with us.
Wow, this is awesome.
Thank
You know, we will not wrap up this interview without asking you. Lots of people today see you as a mentor. You know, lots of kids want to be as strong as you are. They want to be on the national podium. They want to have all these accolades that you have had and recognition.
Thank you.
Who is your mentor? Who is that idol that you look up to that inspired you? Because as people are looking up to you, so you were looking up to someone else or some person. So who are those persons you were looking up to?
Okay, my first mentor was my coach. Talking about strength. Then I also have Lino Falaria. Lino Falaria is from Asia. He's a Filipino. He's a strong guy. He's very rich, but very strong. A black belter. In fact, he graded me black belt. Ooh. But you know, he has all the core of, you can see him with the values of martial arts. Talking about humility, like I said, respect. He's strong, you know, kind. These are the virtues of martial arts, and which I admire. So he is my mentor. Lino Falaria is my mentor, and I want to grow and see myself like him. Then my real mentor is Pastor Chris.
That's a religious mentor anyway. Okay, one other thing that is right before us here is that, and you did not mention it in all that you have said, that you are also a publisher. Beyond fighting, you are creating so much awareness for the sports of martial arts. And then we have the a magazine credited to him, which is the African Combat Magazine, which I have a copy here. You know, to be very candid, what inspired this magazine? And how far have you gone with it?
Wow. I almost forgot about the magazine. You see, I discovered that, just like I said, I went through the grassroots. You see, many people don't even know about us stars here in Nigeria. When I talk about, talking about the fighting industry. Yeah. See, this is African Combat Magazine. It has to do with everything that has to do with combat. Wrestling, karate, judo, boxing, anything that has to do with combat. And events, and upcoming events, and inspirational story by these athletes, talking about how, you know, they were able to overcome, just like he's talking about, I'm a champion. There are so many champions. So the youth need to know, they need to read about them, how they were able to overcome social odds like poverty, hardship, you know, drug abuse. You see in the streets, a lot of guys are into drug, and you're their neighbor, but you're not, you had that strong willpower because you want to be a champion, you know, and you're a champion today and you're doing well in the sport. So these are inspiring stories, but it's not easy to come by. So African Combat Magazine, we are giving these stars, we're giving these heroes opportunity to tell their stories, to inspire, to ignite hope and dreams of other young athletes, other young fighters. So basically what we're covering is about combat sports and the news, international fighters and our local fighters.
How do you manage all this with family time? Realizing that, you know, you have to put these things together, and then also you have to run a home. How do you manage and have time for yourself to relax and enjoy? How do you manage all this?
Well, I'm a family man, and I like children. I'm always close to my children. I'm always close to my children, and I also try as much as possible to let them understand and love martial art too. So I'm like their coach too.
Wow.
So we go out together, we train together, we have fun together, we come back. My son is a black belter.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. So,
wow.
Yeah, so they're all practitioners too, they train. So I have time for my kids. You know, I say so much about the advantage of martial arts. See, martial arts has so much. But when you talk about martial arts, people just look at the fighting aspect. You see, martial art gives you that feelings. As a father, you know, it's all about like mentoring, you're teaching. I mean, sensei, that's a popular word, you know, when it's for a coach. I mean, sensei, and a sensei is like a coach, a role model. Even your children are looking up to you. They want to see how you do things. all that. So you must be very close to them, you know. So I have time with my family, for my family, and I also have time for myself once in a while. I like swimming and, you know, also mixing up with my fellow sexes too.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a wonderful time out here with Ambassador George. His profile is something we cannot exhaust in just this one sitting. But then let me ask you, Ambassador, beyond this interview, how can the viewers, those who are interested in becoming martial artists, who want to get involved in DFC and get to contact you or reach out to you?
Yes, very important. We are open. We have our training. We have training for children from the age 5 above. That we have for women, self-defense angle. Okay. It don't need to be just a serious martial artist, teaching you those basic skills. Then we have for professionals too. So you can reach us through our social media platform. We are on Twitter, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, just DFC Africa MMA.
DFC Africa MMA. We're sure to do a whole lot more and then follow you up as the series and programs unfold. Yes. Thank you very much for coming. We're grateful and we're elated. It's been a wonderful session. Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you
George.
for having me. You're doing a great job. I want to say thank you to your team. Thank you to the management. Thank you very much.
It's been wonderful. Thank you. Yeah. Viewers, we'll see you there. Cheers.